Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and here at my favorite first look zone here at the C2 Center, this beautiful, just beautiful spot in this building. And here it is, guys. It's time to bring you my first look of none other than, there it is, oh yeah, the Mi 11 Ultra. And your first look on Frankie Tech of the Mi 11 Ultra. Ultra is here, baby. Anytime, anywhere, Frankie Street Tech, oh yeah. And you know what's great is that we have these giant spotlights here in the background. And so this is probably the best spot in Hong Kong to actually take a look at a device at night, you know, and this is nighttime here, but look at this device. This camera beast is finally here on the channel. And there's your first look of the display of the Mi 11 Ultra here on Frankie Tech. And what a stunning display it is. Let's kind of lower the brightness there. The sights and sounds of Hong Kong. We get sirens here, guys, like every 20 seconds. But there it is, guys, the Mi 11 Ultra. And you know, this first part of the first look video is really just more my initial impressions. Of course, we'll talk about some of the specs of this phone, but stay tuned, of course, for part 2, where we'll cover a little bit more in depth. We'll do a little bit more of an in-depth comparison with some of the phones I have, and we'll do the initial gaming on this Mi 11 Ultra as well, and sharing some of the initial camera samples. But look at this camera, oh my gosh. Let's just start with the back of this phone. Impressions. This looks like a Mi 11 Ultra, but with a giant, almost 8mm camera module. That is nuts. That is nuts. And you saw there, the time just showed up. I don't know how that's enabled initially. I'm gonna have to figure this out, but you did see it there for a moment with 120 times zoom in the back. What a stunning initial impression, guys. And let's talk about it. Design, of course, you know, definitely a bit heftier, a bit thicker a device than the Mi 11, and the Mi 11 is around 8.1 millimeters. I want to say this one is closer to 9 millimeters, and it is above 200 grams, while the Mi 11 is around 196. You can definitely feel it's a bit of a thicker device. And of course, this camera bump, my gosh, it's almost like an 8mm depth. It's maybe even more than that. This camera bump is nuts. I'm still getting over how big this thing is. It is incredible, guys. But you know, I gotta say, this color, you can tell it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet already. Let's wipe it down just a little bit here, but you can see once you do wipe it down, it's beautiful. And I think it's actually working via almost like accelerometer or kind of positioning. It knows I'm looking at the back of the phone, and there you see the time that it has scheduled. Of course, it's not 11:02 just yet, but in terms of design, what an amazing looking phone. And of course, in white, it's also stunning, but I kind of like the black. It's more subdued, and I think it hides the giant camera module a bit better. Display, it's a bit more of the same story here. 6.81 inch WQHD display. And let's go ahead, that we're now on, wow, it is pretty bright here. So let's kind of get a little bit further back. There you go. And now let's check the display resolution to make sure that we are at, no, we're not. Xiaomi seems to always set it to 60 hertz instead of 120 hertz. And actually it's a bit too dark now. So let's go ahead and brighten that up a little bit. But the display, just from initial appearance, looks really good. Just as great as the Mi 11 display. And that display is also a stunning display on this phone. With great viewing angles, I can tell already. I mean, if this is anywhere near as good as the Mi 11 display, it's actually better. So impressions of the display are really positive. Performance, of course, we got the Snapdragon 888 on board. And this is the 12 gigs of RAM. Let me show you the version that I got. There it is, the 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage version. Why am I not showing you the rest of the box? Because it's got the IMEI numbers on the back. But you can tell what a beastly performance this is going to be. And hopefully we can do an Antutu, a little mini Antutu test when we get home on this as well, or at least get the first benchmarks out of this Mi 11 Ultra. Now, guys, just so you know, I have not installed any Google apps on this phone, so I'll be able to confirm shortly if I can do that. But let's see what software we're running here. Right now, it looks like MIUI 12.0.4, so I don't know, maybe it's worth keeping it on that software for now. but of course we still haven't connected to the internet or anything. And of course dual speakers, the same Harman Kardon or similar Harman Kardon speakers as the Mi 11, which are going to be just fantastic. I can already tell if they're as good as the ones on the Mi 11. And now let's do it, guys. Let's jump into camera. We've spent long enough talking about the other impressions of this device, and we'll do the classic Frankie Tech camera shot, but we're going to do it special here. We got the beautiful C2 center here as the backdrop. I'm just moving over a little bit to get a better vantage point, and let's set it to AI camera as well, so we have the best shot that we can get with this Mi 11 Ultra. Let me get a little bit closer here to the best spot. There we go. And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Super fast shutter, guys. And now let's do an ultra wide shot so we can see what that looks like as well. There we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And now let's go ahead and do a 5x zoom shot. What I like to do here, guys, I like to zoom in on this beautiful tapestry chandelier there in the distance. Let's see what that looks like. And now let's do a 10x shot, might as well, since we're already here, of the same tapestry. There we go. And then let's wrap it up with the insane 120x shot. Don't even know if I can find it. There it is, of this tapestry. And it's not really hunting too much, which is good. Can I take a shot though? Oh, it's so hard. Trying to do it. And I lost it, guys. There it is. We got one. Okay, so we're going to look at these shots now. And let's go to, I think the 120x is kind of silly, guys. But these shots look really good. The 1x shots. The ultra wide shot looks great. And look at this 5x shot. My gosh. You can zoom in there. You can even see the little guy there on the exit sign. That is nuts. And let's go to the 10x. Wow. Is this a zoom camera or what? And this is at night, guys. This is at night. And you can see all the details of the tapestry there from literally almost like 50 meters away. So that is just insane. So that is the initial first look, guys, here of the Mi 11 Ultra. And what a beast of a phone. And I'm going to be taking photos all the way home here, as well as seeing if Google Apps work. And of course, like I said, stay tuned for part 2 of this first look, where we're going to do the kind of initial gaming, and also got another great device here that I will be comparing it to in better lighting, of course, guys, the Mi 11 versus the Mi 11 Ultra. I think that'll be a fun comparison to do, and we'll do a little bit more with the back display here, guys, and try that out in part 2 of this video as well. But anyways, that's it for this one. And if you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. I'm going to leave you now with this beautiful shot of the C2 Center and this gorgeous Mi 11 Ultra. And like I said, stay tuned for part 2 coming up very soon. So that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Camera King. Oh yeah.